VIPPA Club. It's an exciting day today. We are introducing the VIPPA Ghost. So been waiting for this for a long time and it has finally arrived. I have been test driving this now for 3 weeks. My first impressions is that this is an incredible machine. For the sub 2000 price point, I think it is a class leader for sure. After riding many models, I can honestly say that I would take this Ghost over anything in its class. So let's get into it. The first thing that you notice is this impeccable design. I think that it stands out amongst its competitors. The design of it is very sleek. It has a industrial look to it, but the lines are fantastic. We'll get up in close and have a look, but just from a distance, it has got so much attention in the streets. I've got people asking me, what is it? Where can I get it? It really builds the hype just from driving around. So what really draws your attention in is this actual design, these support arms. The thickness is great. They are a very striking feature on their own, and those lines just running across it, it looks fantastic. Even the body, it's got this sort of elongated style to it, and these rounded edges here just really show off the lines of this, and it just flows into these swing arms here. The back is the same. It's got great tail lights. It sort of looks kind of like Audi, sort of that Audi shape, that Audi design. That's what it reminds me of. It sort of reminds me of an R8, but a very nice kick pad at the back, very solid. Also the shape and the style of it looks really good. The back rear guard has got a great shape to it, super solid, very sturdy. That is an electric light, so that shines on braking. It's got coil suspension with an inner shock absorber. Another nice feature is these off-road tires, 10-inch. They're slightly wider than the competitors too. It's a 2.75 width, not a 2.5, so you've got a bit extra width there, which is fantastic. And I think one of the big selling points is that they are tubeless. Very rare occasions where you're gonna get flat tires with this. It feels very solid on the road. Mechanical disc brakes, but what really impressed me with this is the electric brake. It's got electric brake front and rear, and that kicks in the moment you touch the brake levers before the disc brakes actually even have a chance to clamp. So the electric brakes on this is amazing. Very cool rubber grip. No problems there. Going to the front. Again, you've got these front lights. These are also indicator lights, left and right. I'll show you the lights a bit later on in a dark environment, but this is just looking at the design and the features for now. Front mechanical disc brakes. Great feature is these utility headlights. 2 massive spotlights. Again, this is an off-road utility machine, so riding at night through bush trails, mountain paths, bike paths, anywhere you want to go, these things are incredible. I'll light them up later on too. Very solid pole. One thing I really like about this is this solid single unit lock device. So I prefer these clamp stem systems. No moving parts, solid steel. It locks in and you can see that doesn't budge at all. It's solid as a rock. I personally prefer these clamp systems over the clip systems. I find the clip systems over time, the springs and the mechanisms inside, they wear out and you start getting that shakiness in the clip. I like these non-moving parts, solid steel industrial clamps. There's no movement there. Nice laser cut logo into the stem, very nice. I've put the hard case bag on this for presentation purposes. I think it just finishes the look of this scooter. You can get these from the VIPPA website. Pretty good price as well. Coming up to the handlebars, really nice soft touch rubber grips. Got the palm rest as well, which is great. Nice bit of metal finishing here. A really nice touch that I liked is the soft touch on the brake levers. This actually, when riding, you can actually feel the difference of this. It just has a really good feel. Comes into a solid 4.5-inch LCD display. You can power that on by holding the power button. Plenty of functions here. You've got your single motor, dual motor, which is accessed by double clicking the headlight button. So now you're in dual mode. You've got your battery indicator, your single trip distance, temperature of the scooter, current speeds, max speeds. You have got your speeds modes. It's currently on turbo. You're pressing the S button, and you've got eco mode, which is your low gear, and you've got standard gear, and then you've got turbo, which is your top end, which is really nice. Very solid system. The screen is fantastic, 4.5 inches. It's nice and massive, and I like this sort of, it's like a white, so there's no color. It's just a very clean, crisp white on black, which looks very sophisticated. It's a good word for this scooter. It's sophisticated. It does have the LED blue beams that run along each side. I will show you the lights later on, but you can still see it here a bit, but it looks fantastic at night without the lights. You've got your indicators. So you've got your turning signals on each side. That is your left signal, and you've got your right turning signals. Awesome for riding at night. Great safety feature. Not too many scooters on the market at the moment have these turning signals, and the design, look at this light. The design of this thing is just incredible. And that to me is really what sets it apart from its competitors. It's just the shape, the lines. Back to the display, you've got your multifunction. This is your headlights. I'll show you now, but I will show you in the darkness as well. It's got these great red sort of beams around it with the white light in the middle. Very cool. And that switches off. You've got your horn there, which is an electric horn. It does also have a bicycle bell, which I think is a great touch. When riding on bike paths, you don't always want to be electrocuting people. It's a bit too intense. So I find the bike bell is fantastic just for telling people you're coming past without actually, giving people a fright. Again, the soft touch levers are awesome. Really nice setup at the top here. Very cool thumb throttle here. Great for a streamlined feel, and plus when riding, I find these thumb throttles to be superior to the 2-finger throttles. Make it complex to brake and accelerate at the same time. The thumb throttle you've got going, and you've got easy fingers on the brake. So very cool, very sleek as well. So everything's been designed to be very streamlined and very sleek. You've got your brake lights at the back, highly responsive for front and back brakes. And that is what I wanted to go through in terms of the look and functionality of this VIPPA Ghost. Like I said, I've been riding mine for 3 weeks now and very impressed. In dual motor mode, I've climbed a hill that seemed about 35 degrees. I know the specs say that it climbs 30-degree inclines, but the hill that I climb around my path is certainly more than 30 degrees, and it climbs it fairly easily. So I think it's conservative, the 30-degree angle. I'm 93 kilos, so if you were lighter than that, it might even do 40, 45 degrees. But overall, my first impression is that it's fantastic. Great feature of this Ghost is this silent motor. These things run whisper quiet. Like when you're riding it, you can actually just hear the wind going past you. It's very rare that you find a scooter with this kind of power that has very little sound. In my opinion, I would take this over anyone on the market right now. Switch off the lights and hit the dark with this. So here we have the light from the VIPPA Ghost. As you can see, it's quite spectacular. The blue LED strips are a real feature. They are constantly on while the scooter is on, so gives you this great glow underneath the scooter while driving. Also gives it that really sort of modern edge as well. The mold is just been done very, very well with this. Very succinct. All parts of it flow into the other parts. And then out the back, same with the tail kick, flows into the mudguard, which tucks the wheels. Very clever design they've done with this VIPPA Ghost. The headlights, you can see, very cool high beams, like a red rim around them which illuminates, which gives you this very cool red glow. And that mixed with the blue purple, sort of an ultraviolet color, just really is a nice combination. You can see the real class and sophistication of the LCD with the black and white. There's your turning signals, nice and bright. Definitely going to be seen by cars, cyclists, motorists. pedestrians. You can definitely feel safe at night with this scooter, so that's one of the things I really like about it. It is an off-road utility machine, and it has the lights and safety features to back it up. You can take on any mountain path with these headlights and you're going to be clearly seen, and more than that, you're going to be able to see. It's got a trajectory of up to 30 meters. It's got a top end power of 2,400 watts combined, max power output, between 40 and 50 kilometers on a charge. So it's pretty good in terms of distance, mileage, power and speed. It also has dual charging ports. So if you do want to get 2 charges, then you can charge the scooter in half the time, which is a nice feature, one on each side. You can finish off the look with the VIPPA LED diamond helmet. Also, just for that added safety of night lights, it's got the LEDs in the front. It's got the LEDs at the back. It does have 4 functions. So you've got flashing back, solid front. You've got high-speed flashing back, solid front. You've got flashing back and no front light. And then to switch it off. So that's it from the VIPPA Ghost and our first review. The overview of that is that it's a fantastic machine and highly recommended.
Okay guys, well that's it for now. Hope that was useful. Stay tuned for the next video from VIPPA, and I will see you next time.